I went to exactly one party in my new wealthy neighborhood. Then my neighbor Brenda sued me. In court, she held her bruised and battered daughter Tiffany. She accused my son of assault. Mid-hearing, Tiffany tugged her collar down. Red marks circled her neck. He tried to rip my pants off, she sobbed. He tried to force himself on me. I fought back, so he beat me. He ruined my face. Outside the courthouse, protesters held up signs, calling my son a piece of trash, a spoiled rich kid. Online, a photoshopped memorial of me went viral. The caption read, "The unfit mother should die with her son." My company's stock plummeted, but I just sat there, stone-faced. I asked for my son, Cooper, to be brought in. The courtroom doors opened. Cooper walked in. Everyone froze. Me new neighbors sued me. In court, she sobbed as she accused my son of assaulting her daughter. "Your son is a monster," Brenda shrieked at my expressionless face. "He just moved in, and he beat my daughter Tiffany. He assaulted her." Miss Mitchell, Tiffany's lawyer Gavin glared at me. "Let's be clear. On the night of July 15th, did your son, or did he not, brutally assault my client?" I sat at the defendant's table. The wild accusation hung in the air. I said nothing. Outside, protesters chanted, "Justice for Tiffany." Camera flashes pulsed through the windows like lightning. "I do not," I said, my voice cold. Gavin turned to the jury. His face was a mask of agony. "Ladies and gentlemen, she refuses to take any responsibility for her son's violent rampage." I glanced at the gallery. My new neighbors whispered. Their eyes dripped with disgust. Mrs. Patterson was shaking her head. The Johnsons turned their faces away completely. Just last week, these people were all smiles at the neighborhood barbecue. They couldn't wait to welcome a tech mogul to the block. When they heard I had a son, a bodybuilding champion, no less, they practically tripped over themselves. "He must be such a fine young man," they cooed. "You are so lucky." Now, they looked at me like I was garbage. The hypocrisy was thick enough to choke on. The memory of that afternoon hit me. A week ago, Brenda was standing on my front porch. "Harper, you need to get out here and deal with this." She was holding Tiffany in her arms. The girl was covered in bruises, looking like she'd just come from the emergency room. "Your bodybuilder son did this." Brenda's voice could shatter glass. Her scream shattered a rare moment of peace. I had just closed a major deal. My son never left the house. Don't play dumb with me. Tiffany lifted her head weakly, tears in her eyes. "Last night in the backyard, Cooper, he was terrifying." "What exactly happened?" "He threw me on the ground and started tearing at my clothes, trying to pull my pants down, trying to force himself on me," Tiffany stammered, her whole body shaking. "I fought as hard as I could, so he started hitting me. My face, my body." Brenda cut in. "$5 million. Settle this privately, or we go to court and show the whole world what kind of monster you raised." I watched their little show. I felt nothing. "I refuse." "What?" Brenda clearly hadn't expected that. I said, "I refuse. If you want money, I'll see you in court." I shut the door in their faces. Thinking back, I knew I'd made the right choice. "Your Honor," Gavin said, opening a file, "I would like to present the court with photos of Miss Tiffany's injuries." A picture of Tiffany appeared on the large screen. She was wearing a neck brace. Her right arm was in a cast. There were clear scrapes on her face. The jury gasped. "What do these injuries tell us?" Gavin pointed at the screen. "They tell us how terrifying the attacker's strength was, how brutal his methods were." He brought up another photo. It was blurry, taken in the dark on a cell phone. In the picture, a man's back was turned as he seemed to lunge at a woman on the ground. This was taken by a neighbor who heard the screams. "It's blurry, but we can clearly see an assault in progress." Angry murmurs filled the gallery. "That's just sick. Rich kids are all the same. What kind of parenting is that?" My phone buzzed on the table. A stock alert. The company was down another 3%. I glanced at it, then turned the phone face down. The gesture did not go unnoticed. It was cold, arrogant. A man in the gallery hissed, "Look at her. The girl is half dead and she's checking her stocks. What kind of mother raises a kid like that? Does she think money makes her better than us?" Gavin shot me a smug